And it is Wednesday. I'm sorry, Wednesday. And we're back. We're back. We need to go ahead and start making some sense out of nonsense real quick. And we're not going to be here long. I think we're going to do something a little special and different. Somebody said, "Good morning, Dallas. What's up, man?" Yeah. Still on the other side of the earth, I see. Because if it's morning there, I already know you're nowhere near. If it's morning there, you're nowhere near. All right. Who else is in the house tonight? Let me see if I'm in the house. Let me double check and see what's going on here with this here thing. All right. Kevin's Corner. Got to search for myself. That's a shame. On my own telephone. Yeah, it says, "I hear you." Good, good, good. So that means the sound is right. Okay. And the sound is right tonight. And let me double. Oh, there it is. I got a live notification. It says I'm going live. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, I even got a commercial, y'all. Messed around and got me a commercial. It says the Golf of Kevin. Thank you very, very much. Yeah, man. So y'all see a lot of stuff is going on around the world. Donald Trump shaking and baking. He definitely did a press conference for the ages. My boy he's sharp right about now. He's dropping it all over them. And I'm appreciating it, man. Keeping it 100% real. They were trying to get him in all kind of silly, traps. Like, are you still gonna, let the J6ers who jumped those police officers go? And he handled that beautifully. And he also, I think, sent a message out there that, hey, all the stuff that my voters have been seeing, the irregularities and the anomalies surrounding the J6 thing, I see them too. I got questions like, what happened to that pipe bomber? What happened to him? Why wasn't everybody getting arrested? Why did some people get let loose? See, these are things when he threw that stuff out there. They should have all been going, See, so we know Trump, he sees what these folks have done. And I think they also know that he sees it. And I think they're scrambling and they're trying to, of course, create this narrative that Trump's going to support criminals and insurrectionists when he go ahead and pardon them, trying to go ahead and make it appear that all these people are insurrectionists. And he started off with, first of all, nobody was charged with insurrection. So let's get that out of here. Nobody had a gun. Nobody came in there. Let's see. So y'all have been painting this narrative forever and it's not accurate. See, so yeah, he knocked that out the park. He knocked a couple questions out the park. And it appears he also is very serious about our national security. Don't it feel good to have a president that's an advocate for you? A president that's actually looking out for the country? A president that's forward thinking? And he's sitting there saying, "Oh, wait a minute. When it comes down to our security, we might need Greenland. We might need, Greenland. I mean, matter of fact, let's think outside the box. Who knows? Canada might be beneficial to us. I mean, who knows? Throwing it out there, and I'm loving it. So I was able to appreciate that. But we're not going to talk about that tonight. What we're going to do is we're going to sit back and look at all the things we've been through. How did we get here? As I look back over my life and I think things over, I say, how in the world did I get here? So we're going to go ahead and reminisce for a little bit since it's a new year. And we've been through 4 years of shenanigans. Let's make it 8. Let's make it 8 years of shenanigans. And we want to just do a little timeline, a little montage of all the things we've been through and how we end up getting here. Now, when I say been through, all of us, because, I think any Trump supporter or any person who has been following this very closely, we're invested. And all of the things that they did to Trump and all the things they did to American citizens, we felt it. See, I mean, I don't know about you, but when that first indictment came down, I mean, it bothered. I was sitting there like, you got to be kidding me. I cannot believe they're doing this. Then the second one, then the third one. When they raided his crib, I felt it. I mean, I feel like we all been through it. And really, that's what their goal was, is to try to make us all go through it. Anybody who supported Trump, anybody who, liked Trump, voted for Trump, they wanted to punish everybody. So Trump went through it, and I'm not going to compare what we went through with him, to what he went through. But I can say this, we have seen it, And many times we were on emotional roller coasters. So with that being said, let me go ahead and get loose so we can get busy, all right? I hope everybody's having a wonderful week thus far. And we ain't going to be here long this time, too, by the way. 330-974-4607. Text MAGA to that number, all right? So you can stay in touch with Kevin. Because YouTube might not like it. Real gorilla. Real gorilla. Real gorilla. Kings in the building. Gorillas in here. Gorillas in here. Gorillas in here. Gorillas in here. That's right, man. Now, don't forget, check out Kevin's Corner store if you can. And if you want to donate to the channel, you can through my Cash App, my PayPal, all that good stuff. It would greatly be appreciated and will go to good use. Big time. Good use. Now, let's go ahead and see how it all started. Y'all remember this, y'all? Y'all ready to go back down memory lane? All right, now look. If y'all two gonna be in here, I got the dogs in here. They're playing around too much. Nala is. By the way, Gizmo done got over his crush. For some reason, I guess whatever perfume she was wearing that was driving him crazy must have left. It was temporary. So now he's just treating her like the annoying, kid in the family. Like, go on now. Which I'm glad, because I couldn't even had him in here if he was doing what he was doing the last 2 or 3 days. That dude had it bad, man. Chasing her around. So yeah, y'all two better simmer down. You hear that, Nala? Don't look that way. Looking confused. She's so cute. Anyway, all right, now let's go ahead and get into this. So y'all ready to go back down memory lane? Memories.
I am your retribution. 21.
We've gotten so much done that nobody thought would be possible, but I do want to thank Congress, and I want to thank all of the great people of Washington, D.C., all of the people that we worked with to put this miracle together. So, have a good life. We will see you soon.
That was a sad day. Y'all remember that? Completely came out of nowhere. We had that last election in the bag, and they snatched it out from under our nose. And it was a sad day. And look what he did. He actually went out, gave a speech, and then he left. He didn't say, I'm going to go ahead, grab a whole bunch of Tony Montana machine guns and post up in the White House and not let nobody in. I ain't going out. Yeah, he didn't do that. He went ahead, thanked us, got on Marine One, and flew away. But yet, for some reason, they're still trying to label him as an insurrectionist. Isn't that odd? Boy, I tell you, broke my heart when I saw this.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Remember this, y'all? Now, let me ask y'all, what were y'all thinking when y'all saw this? Did y'all think he'll be back? Or did y'all think it was over? Did y'all think Trump would say, man, you know what? After all the crap they done put me through, they done cheated me, they done called me a Russian agent, they done went after my family, my friends, you know what? It might as well just go ahead and take this as an out. I might as well go ahead and bounce. Or did you think he was going to go, you know what? I can't let this pass. I just can't sit back and let y'all walk away with this scam. See, like I said, when I lose, I hate it. But if I know I lost legitimately, I can take it. If I felt like I had it and I won and somebody cheated me, I can't let that fly. I'm like, I got to come back again. So I knew right then that Trump was coming back. At least I definitely was hoping, because as he got on Marine One, I was going, we are in for 4 years of bad news. And we were. And it would have gotten worse if he wouldn't have won this time. So let's continue. Here he is. Memories. And I know the Democrats were celebrating. We pulled it off, y'all. We pulled it off. See, somebody said they cried. Man, I'm telling you, I was sick. I was sick as a dog over that. I'm sitting there like, God, dog. There were so many things going through my mind during that time, because I knew that these people had bad intentions for us. I knew they would have a contingency plan just in case he didn't get on Marine One and leave for good. I knew they was going to come up with a contingency plan. Say they weren't going to just sit back and say, well, if he come back, so what? We'll be waiting on him. Nah, I knew they were going to say, yeah, I don't trust him. He's not the kind of guy that'll take a beating laying down. See? So I knew they were going to do that. But I had no idea all of the stuff that they would try. Seeing what they did all this time, I knew that they were willing and able and capable of doing pretty much anything to stop him for round 2. That was my biggest concern. It wasn't whether Trump was going to come back or not. I was going, these people, if he decides to come back, they're going to do whatever they got to do to stop him, especially after what they put him through. So let's continue, y'all. Oh, then November came.
My next question is the billion-dollar one. I think people want to know whether they support you or not if you're going to run again. And I know last night, stumping for J.D. Vance in Ohio, you teased ahead to a big announcement here at Mar-a-Lago on November 15th. Can you confirm with News Nation that you're running for president?
Well, that would be a nice confirmation. There'd be a lot of people that would be very upset about that. But
I knew it right then, y'all. I knew it right then. I was like, he's coming back, y'all. I'll be back. I knew it. I was like, there's no way. See, that lion in him, that type of warrior in him, I got that same thing in me. I couldn't have just walked away. It drove me crazy. Yeah, like the movie Heat, where at the end, even though Robert De Niro played the character, when he found out where that dude was that set them up, he could have got on that. He could have just left. He could have got on a plane and bounced. But it was something in him. He was just like, I can't do it. I got to go get him. I got to go get him. That same thing is in Trump. That's what's in me. I would have did the same thing. I mean, I would have been like, I can't. So I knew right then. I'm like, Trump is coming back. Not to mention, he was still out doing events and kind of campaigning. He was kind of campaigning. And I'm going, why is he still, doing these events, these mini rallies, things like that, if he's not coming back?
I think you're going to be very happy. I think people are going to be very happy at what I do. I was going to do something last night, actually, that would have made the place really happy. And then I decided I didn't really at the last minute. I didn't want to take away from the big election that's taking place today. I didn't want to distract. It's so important. And so we're doing it a few days later. And I think people are going to be very happy, very impressed.
Except for the deep state and the Democrats. They were sitting back going, because remember Joe Biden? Remember Joe Biden was like, you know what, we're just going to have to make sure he doesn't take power again. Legally, though. Legally. Yeah, that's what we're going to use everything according to the Constitution. Yeah, right.
To your predecessor,
here it is,
who is right about to launch another campaign. So how do you reassure them if that is the reason for their questioning that the former president will not return, or that his political movement, which is still very strong, will not once again take power?
Now you see that? Boy, did he have to eat crow with that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that right there is the poker face, trying to act like, man, I ain't worried about Trump. Like, y'all hyping him up. Man, he ain't got the juice. There's no buzz out there. I'm like, what kind of following you talking about? Oh, yeah, really? As if this dude has one. Never had a following. Ever had a following. So now, here he is trying to downplay it. Like, man, I ain't worried about no Trump.
Power in the United States.
The fake laugh.
We just have to demonstrate that he will not take power by if he does run, making sure he, under legitimate efforts of our Constitution, does not become the next president.
Mm-hmm. And we all saw what that looked like. Hush up, boy. Go get Jack Smith. Go get Big Kenkles up there in New York. Go down there and get Funny Willis. Go get them all. Yeah, and go after this dude. Don't forget, this is the same guy that had the Freudian slip when he was running for president the first time against Trump, talking about something. We put together the most comprehensive voter fraud program. So, trust me, I knew then that the Democrats had some shenanigans up their sleeve, but I had no idea what was to come.
Yeah.
What's this?
In order to make America great and glorious again, I am tonight announcing my candidacy for President of the United States.
And the crowd goes wild.
There's breaking news out of Palm Beach, Florida.
Okay.
Former President Trump says his Mar-a-Lago home there is being raided.
By who? Burglars? Criminals? Crooks? I mean, who would do such a thing? Yeah. Who would go and raid President Trump's crib?
By the FBI.
What? The feds? Don't they realize he was their commander-in-chief just shortly ago? They don't remember that? Who's now over the feds? Who's over the... Oh, it's Biden. Who's the guy that we just saw in that Monsnotch talking about we're just going to have to make sure he doesn't? So now you see the contingency plans being put in place. They're out there going, all right, yeah, start it off. Yeah, and we're not going to go ahead and do it subtly. We're going to go ahead and just slap this and that on him and do it so blatantly that it's going to piss off all of his voters. Folks that might not even been paying attention to politics, now they're going, they did what to Trump? So let's see. Because see, right now, we want to make sure we keep a historical record of all of this stuff too.
Right now.
Look at that. That was a sad day in American history. Sad day. I would have had to refuse. I'm sorry, Captain. I can't participate in these political shenanigans. All right, aren't you supposed to obey Agent Kevin? No, I'm going to end up being a whistleblower. You're not going to have me participate in these type of shenanigans. That's why they sent the folks down from D.C. They didn't use the local boys. They're like, yeah, we better go ahead and use the woke parts of the FBI. So let's see.
Thank you for joining us on this historic night in our nation's history. For the first time ever, a former president of the United States has been indicted.
That was a mistake. But you think the Democrats, you think they recognize that? You think as history starts to unwind, they're going to look back through all of these clips and properly interpret them? You think they're going to be able to identify the very moment where they stuck their foots down their throat or shot themselves in the foot? Or they're going to look at this and say, we should have went heavier. That was the first indictment. We should have went with maybe seven indictments. Yeah. What? You know what? Who's over here doing shenanigans? Nala. Man, I tell you, man. She got the puppy brain, literally. All right, go somewhere, sit down. Go, come here. Oh, she ran. I was trying to show the people. Come here, girl. Yeah. This is the one that's making all the noise down there. Stop. Get that. Turn around. Yeah, look at her. She's like, I'm up to shenanigans. I'm up to some shenanigans. You better simmer down in here, you understand? Or you gonna get the boot real quick. All right, now, back to this.
And will face criminal charges.
Big breaking news coming in late last night. Former President Donald Trump indicted for a second time, this time on federal charges related.
And I got madder and madder every time they would say, breaking news, Donald Trump has now been indicted for the third time. Donald Trump has now been every time. See, that's why I say all we've been through. Yeah, because I felt it. I'm sitting there thinking to myself, you know what? Yeah, I was sitting there thinking to myself, I can't believe they're doing this to him. But they really was doing it to us. I felt every time they did it to him. I know he was mad and I was mad too. Bothering me throughout the whole day. Sitting around talking to people, still in my mind, I'm thinking, I cannot believe they did this. But you think they stopped there?
It's in his handling of classified documents.
In our top story, just a few hours ago, a federal grand jury indicted former President Donald Trump. It marks the third time the former president has been indicted on criminal charges.
Nothing suspicious about that, though, guys. Nothing weird about a former president randomly getting indicted 3 times. But you think they would stop? You think they? No wonder. Somebody said the picture went out. No wonder. I see what took place. Nala ended up unplugging the TV. Yeah. You know what? Somebody's gonna get hurt messing up my... No, what? Thank you, guys, because I would have kept going. I would have kept going. I would have been like, well, I don't see what the problem is. That's funny. Let's see if we can get this thing back on. Okay, here we go. That's it. All right, now let's see here. All right, that's on. Hang tight, y'all. Let's see. We make this smaller. Okay. Then we'll go here. Then we'll make the magic happen. All because I got a little dog that was up to some shenanigans. All right, come on now. Yeah, let's see. Let's see if it works. Bam. Okay. Y'all see anything happening? No? Okay, wait. Again. Bam. Abracadabra. There we go. Oh, yeah. And then go ahead and do this. And then also make sure Nala stays her butt over there. And we're good to go. Let's continue.
It all stems from special counsel Jack Smith's probe into efforts to overturn the 2020 election.
Breaking news on former President Trump. He's been indicted for the 4th time in 5 months.
Georgia.
Now, y'all see that? 4th time. And they didn't think we would catch on. They didn't think we would start asking questions. See, this is what I mean. Yeah, they did not pump the brakes. They thinking more is better. So let's go ahead and try a 4th one. Surely if we dirty him up this much, nobody will vote for him. Unreal, man, that they would even do something like this.
The grand jury handing up 41 charges against Trump and nearly 24 of his allies, accusing them of trying to overturn the 2020 election laws.
Now, you see that? Yeah, it wasn't just let's go after Trump. It's let's go after anybody who supported Trump, anybody who pushed the narrative that we stole this election, even though we did. Let's do that. Let's create nothing but havoc and chaos and send a message that if you guys keep flirting around with wanting your country back, you might find yourself getting a phone call talking about some, hush up, boy. That's what we want to do. We want to send a message. So we were all sitting back saying, oh God, here we go. The future of America is riding on Trump remaining strong and getting through this and overcoming these obstacles. Because if they get rid of him, boy, they're going to try to have their way with us. So let's continue.
Breaking news, this is an image that will be in the history books. This is the mugshot of the 45th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
Is that the mugshot that he flipped to start making money off of? That's right. And see, they was wondering why we were all buying the shirt and celebrating this, because we knew this was crap.
Who surrendered himself at Fulton County Jail within the last hour. He was booked. They took his fingerprints and they took this image.
The optics of this is working to his advantage.
You see big cankles. You see big fat Godzilla feet. You see King Kong right there with that big nose. You see Queen Latifah up in there. Yeah, so here's that nasty chicken sitting up in there after Jerry rigging all of those charges.
Look, people looking at this live picture right now will be either filled with rage or they will be thrilled.
Yeah, and I fell on the rage side. Who do you think you are, Big Cankles? Going after the President of the United States, and you knew this man was innocent. I hope Big Cankles get the business. I hope when the new regime come in, they start fishing through the records. Let's see, Big Cankles. Here's a phone call from the White House to Big Cankles on this date. What were you guys talking about? My friend, you know what? Let's go ahead and subpoena that conversation right there, Big Cankles. Okay, let's go down to Georgia now and see what they were talking about too.
And that's the problem, is that, you know, you have James now being shown in the background. You've got Trump in the foreground. And
you see the pervert? You see the pervert right here? Yeah, this guy, he's filled with perversity. You can tell. Something's weird about this guy. Something's off.
Fulfills the narrative on both sides. But
yeah, this is the most fame he'll ever have. Now, you know he went back there, start taking his half-naked pictures in there like, oh, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and update my Instagram page with my shirt off and stuff like that because I'm on a big high-profile case. Now, all of these people that participated in this is undermined their authority, their integrity, and everything. All these judges that, you know, tried to work with these DAs and these prosecutors to push this crap, you know, in the real world, they are disgraced. Yeah, only liberals look at them as heroes because they don't realize that they're zeros and they were being used for lawfare.
Somehow it's going to work out.
I got a feeling that everything gonna work out. I said, yeah, you hear that? Trump got up there and preached a semi-message.
You know, somehow, can't tell you how, but somehow it's going to work out. Now, what it is doing, and I believe the reason we're doing so well in the polls is because the people see it. They see it as a persecution of a political candidate. They see it as a continuation of the greatest witch hunt of all time. That's what it is.
Your development.
But not to the Democrats. They thought we were all dumb. They thought they could shame us to abandon Trump based on how dirty he was. Because nobody wants to hang around a dirty kid, right? Yeah, nobody wants to be around a dirty kid. So they were figuring if they can make him smell and dirty him up with all these lies, these accusations, these charges, these indictments, all the impeachments, all of the hit pieces, that at some point, even though you might like him, you're going, well, I don't want to be the only one hanging out with the pee-pee kid. I don't want to be the only one hanging out with the dude that smells like butt. I don't want to do that. But it didn't work. It didn't work because we knew where the mud was coming from. Yeah, this one internal mud. This wasn't mud because he was rolling around in the dirt. This was mud thrown on him by all of these folks. So we were able to see through it. We knew where the mud was coming from.
Involving former President Trump and Georgia's investigation into Trump, his allies, and their alleged attempts to overturn that state's 2020 presidential election results.
Former President Donald Trump did surrender and was booked at the Fulton County Jail on federal criminal charges.
A jury in New York finding Donald Trump liable for sexually abusing and defaming writer E. Jean Carroll.
Unbelievable. Can you believe they went and jerry-rigged that so that this chick could cash in? That crazy weirdo. I mean, this is how foul the Democrats are. They're willing to use trashy people that is way worse than what they're trying to portray Trump to be. Michael Cohen coming back in, trying to use him to go after Trump. Stormy Daniels and this chick. You know what, Anderson? You're quite interesting to talk to. That chick. And yet they're up there showing her on TV. They should be hiding her. That's why they didn't allow any of her, the testimony in those video clips that showed her in her backyard painting trees and rocks. They didn't show any of that. They wouldn't allow that clip in there of her talking to Anderson Pooper, and he's talking about the R word. She says, I think it's sexy. Most people think it's sexy, Anderson. They wouldn't let the jury see that.
Breaking news. The judge in the case, among other punishments, fining the former president $354 million.
This is a pivotal moment between President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump in their rematch for the nation's highest office.
You see what I mean? All of these times, I mean, I could feel the way I felt. You know, I could reminisce about the emotion I was feeling when all of this stuff was happening. Boy, I tell you though, when you are going through something, sometimes you don't feel like you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. And then one day you wake up on the other side and you just feel a sense of joy and relief. All of this crap we had to endure, all of this stuff we had to witness, all of the emotions that came with everything they was doing. And you just hoping and wishing for a brighter day. Oh yeah, but look, that brighter day is here, y'all.
If we finally beat Medicare.
Thank you, President Biden. President Trump?
He's right. He did beat Medicare. He beat it to death. The total initiative asylum.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. I just won 2 club championships, not even senior. 2 regular club championships. To do that, you have to be quite smart. And you have to be able to hit the ball a long way. I'd be happy to have a driving contest with him. I got my handicaps when I was vice president.
You know what? You're handicapped? Did he say he's handicapped? I'm pretty sure that's what he meant to say.
Down to a 6. Think you can do it? It's the biggest rider. He's a 6 handicap. Oh, I was an 8 handicap. Yeah. 8. Yeah. I have, you know, I've seen you swing. I know you swing. What is it?
I seen you swing. I know you swing. Do you understand all of the memories we have? I feel like a family. All of us. We were there. We lived through history. All of this rich stuff that we had to endure, and all of the memories and the moments. We'll all sit back one day when we're old and the youngins in the family are asking, what happened when y'all saved America, Grandpa? Yeah, I remember it was 2023, and Biden, his brain had broke and slid out his ears, and the Democrats, yeah, we're all going to be sitting back telling how America got saved at the last second because we had somebody brave enough to go ahead and go through all of this crap on the internet that we're watching right now and say, you know what, I'm willing to endure it. So let's continue.
President Xi Jinping and Putin, they don't respect him. They don't fear him. They have nothing going with this gentleman, and he's going to drive us into World War III.
Sure, what if?
World War III.
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump.
Trump is a threat to democracy.
He's a threat to democracy. And
Donald Trump is an existential threat to our democracy.
Donald Trump is dagger at the throat of American democracy.
Dagger at the throat.
Our American democracy.
Donald Trump is a threat to our democracy.
Wow. Where'd they all get that? I mean, it's almost as if it was a coordinated attack. Yeah. It's almost as if they were trying to convince the rest of the country to Donald Trump as a threat to democracy because we don't have any policies. When you ain't got no policies, blame him on being a threat to democracy. That's how that rolls. All right, guys, what are we going to run on? So wait a minute. Because we have no governor and because we don't know how to temper ourselves. We're like little kids that'll eat candy all night. We're like little kids that you give them an allowance, they spend it all. And we're like that as Democrats. We don't know when to pump the brakes. So when we got in power, what do? Let's not just bring in maybe 1 or 2 million illegal immigrants. Now let's eat them all. There it is. Let's bring in 11 million and then realize a couple months before the election that the people don't like it. Now what are we gonna do? Well, you know what? Trump's a threat to democracy because we can't run on that. Yeah, let's go ahead and try to get them to focus on Trump is so evil. We want y'all to overlook the fact that we destroyed your economy. We want y'all to overlook what took place in Afghanistan. We want y'all to overlook how we abuse you guys with that vaccination. We want y'all to overlook all of that because look, Trump's a threat to democracy. Now look, I know y'all might have some problems with us, but are we really worse than somebody who's a threat to democracy? So what y'all need to do is take one for the team, even though y'all might have to deal with us, but do not vote for this man that is a threat to democracy. So, excuse me, what makes you say that? We do. We're telling you he's a threat to democracy. Yeah, so let's continue because we had to watch and listen to all of this.
Donald Trump is a great threat to our democracy.
Donald Trump's a threat to democracy.
He is a threat to democracy.
Threat to democracy.
He is a threat to democracy. Threat to democracy.
Democracy.
Democracy. Democracy. These folks, man, had democracy on the mind. And we sat back and watched it all, y'all. And then it'll be another week go by and they'll be like, bloodbath, 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 bloodbath. All right, what next? What's the buzzword next week? What are we still trying to convince these people of? J6, insurrectionists. So we had to sit through the democracy attacks.
Democracy.
Oh, and then this. So now after all of that, they were sitting back on, now wait a minute. We done hit him with the 2 impeachments. The 4 indictments, and this dude's still getting more. Look, man, this ain't no time to be fooling around. Look, man, have you been watching his rallies? I mean, this dude is bringing them in. It seemed like he getting more. Nah, these are no fake numbers. He said no, but no. Look, no, he ain't paying for folks to come in like Chameleon. No, he ain't doing it. I mean, these folks are coming for real. We in trouble. You know what? They want to have to do this, but Operation Patsy, I'm still wondering how this young boy pulled this off. And I was there, y'all, in the audience.
Thanks. It is about 9:30 p.m. here on the East Coast. This occurred around 6:15 p.m. in Butler, Pennsylvania.
Let's see how the champ handled it.
Let me get my shoes on.
And I bet you they were sitting in suspense, waiting to see if he got up. I know they were sitting there like, please, this has to work. Because if this don't work, then we got to go ahead and show everybody that we don't care about democracy because then we're going to have to get rid of Joe. See, this right, I really believe this right here was the backup. This was the final plan if all failed. And after Joe Biden's butt got up there and laid that egg on that stage, they were like, man, we can't win. So to keep Joe in and to win, we got to do something crazy. So many suspicious things about that. Maybe Cash Patel will get to the bottom of it. And I don't want to go ahead and be accused of being a conspiracy theorist, but hey, you can't tell me based on all of those mistakes, all of the things that had to work out perfectly for that dude to be up on that roof. You can't tell me all of that incompetency took place in one moment in time, in the same location, and they all just fell together perfectly to create the conditions for that to happen. So many failures all over the place, and I'm saying one, maybe. But you telling me Guy ain't up on the tower. One dude goes downstairs, supposed to be up there watching it. They don't put it in the zone, all of this stuff. They don't see the guy go up there. They don't stop him when he... There's so many failures. I'm going... They tried to give the young boy an opportunity, but God stepped in. It wasn't Trump that saved his life. It was the hand of God. That's right. Here he is thinking he's pointing out a chart, but in reality, God sent an angel to turn his face at the last second. So let's continue, because after that happened, you know what they did. Look, listen to it. Watch this. That was them. It's not true. That's impossible. Yeah, and then they all had to come out and act like they were sad over that. That we do not condone the violence. We're happy. We're happy that the former president was not hurt or harmed. This is not how we settle our differences in the United States. Whew. So that's good that he's alive. You know, they were all sick. They were like, so what? It didn't work. What? I thought y'all said that y'all could handle this. Well, we did too. I mean, how was that? The dude turned his head at the last second. So that didn't work.
President,
it only made
the screen, and the producer in my ear could talk to me in real time as we determine the best way to handle
this. Yeah, man. Y'all remember this day?
President Donald J. Trump.
Look at that crowd. They thought they had him. Thought they had him, man. So now what are they going to do? What are they going to do? They're sitting back going, now, wait a minute, man. All these fake behind charges and stuff they're falling through. Fannie Willis hooking up with Nathan Wade, talking about some. Did y'all ever go to a cabin? Yeah, that fell through. All of this stuff is happening. This dude's getting stronger, more popular, and then somebody missed the mark, and he gets the best iconic picture of all times. Of all times. Now, out of all the wonderful iconic pictures of Trump in the garbage truck, I love that one. The one where he was at McDonald's, I love that one. But the fight picture was almost majestic, with the flag up there twisted like an angel, with the perfect lighting, the perfect angle, and the fit. That right there, man, I think that's what brought Mark Zuckerberg even on over. He's like, oh shoot. It made me almost feel like I was a man, not a robot. It made me almost feel like I was a man. So then he shows up with the patch on the ear, and I know they were sick. Now, can y'all imagine how different life would have been if God wouldn't have had mercy on Trump? If that bullet would have found its way, man, it was hard to imagine the reaction that our country would have had if that would have happened. And they would have all relied on the whole narrative. He was a lone wolf. We never meant for this to happen. We could have beat him if that wouldn't have happened. And then they'd probably try to go ahead and calm us all down by trying to honor him after calling him Hitler, after calling him Mussolini, after calling him an existential threat. Yeah, then to calm everybody down, they would probably be like, he was actually a great man. We want to honor him because he's no longer a pain in our butt. And we don't have to worry about him destroying us and exposing us anymore. So now we're going to go ahead and fake like, after calling him everything under the sun, which even if this kid was not assisted by some other people, you best believe all of the demonization that Trump had to go through would have been something that would have encouraged him to do it. So thank God that didn't happen. And the plot thickens, y'all. We live to fight another fight. But did you think they was going to stop? You think they was going to stop after this?
prosecutor and the fake documents case were totally unconstitutional, and the entire case was thrown out of court. Under President Bush, Russia invaded Georgia. Under President Obama, Russia took Crimea. Under the current administration, Russia is after all of Ukraine.
Now that's too much realism. That's too much realness right there. You know the Democrats are listening to him like, God dog it. How can we spin what he's saying and say he's saying that because he wants world domination? He's a white supremacist. This is Hitler talk. I mean, I think I heard Hitler say something just like that. I heard him say that. Did he say the? Well, Hitler said the once. Hitler said the. So if he's saying the and Hitler said the, see? Yeah, you see the comparison?
Under President Trump, Russia took nothing.
But wait a minute. Trump was weak. Trump was weak on Putin. He was weak on everybody. And he was going to take us into World War III and all of that.
Together, we will win, win, win. And no one will ever stop us.
And that's what we've been doing ever since he won this big fat election. We just been getting win after win after win.
And quite simply put, we will very quickly make America great again.
A lot of people have put my grandpa through hell, and he's still standing.
I'm still standing. There you go, y'all. And they put us through hell, too. And I want an apology. They put us through all kind of stuff, y'all. Calling us all them hurtful names and stuff.
When they took a shot
This was great memory. This was great.
And they tried to kill the next president of the United States.
Iconic.
Enough was enough. And I said, let Trumpomania run wild, brother.
Oh my God.
Breaking news.
See, we done had some iconic moments throughout all of this crap. One thing I can say, this has been a great time to be alive, to see this stuff with our own eyes. I think of different eras in history and that I've listened to people who lived during that time and they explain it. And I'm like, wow, so wait, you was around when Pearl Harbor took place? Or wait a minute, World War II, you actually was, these are memories that older people who done lived and passed, have told. And all you can do is just imagine, how it would have been or what you would have been thinking and stuff like that. But when you look at this era that we're living through and watching all of this stuff right here, this right here is monumental. I'm sitting here thinking of all the great moments, good and bad, that we've all had to go through. And yet we're still here. We're still standing. Yeah. So that right there is going down in time with Hulk Hogan doing that. That was amazing right there. And that's the moment that they realized Chameleon was in trouble, because all the men with real testosterone was like, we want to go over here with the guys that are ripping off shirts. We want to go over here with the guy who's pumping his fist after getting shot in the face. That's what we want to do. And that's when they went ahead and launched their campaign with Tampon Tip, y'all. Hello, everybody. I'm Tampon. I was working on my truck. I was working on my truck. And as you see here, is I got a majigger thing going on and all of that. And it's okay. It's okay to vote for Kamala Harris if you're a man. If you're a man, you don't have to be too manly. I'm going, ooh, they know they was in trouble. Who wouldn't want to be on the side with Hulk Hogan ripping his shirt off? You want to know something, Mean Gene? I was laying in my bed, brother, and I was thinking last night, what are you going to do when the big boot come down on you, brother? When these pythons. Only thing we was missing was the Macho Man, Randy Savage. That's the only thing we was missing. Let's continue.
It's because the federal classified documents case against former President Trump has now been dismissed. President Joe Biden dropped out of the 2024 race for the White House this afternoon, a decision never before seen in the United States.
Until Nancy Pelosi stepped in. We was witnessing a lot of things that was never seen before in the United States. Until these Democrats stepped on the scene with a gangster lean, we start seeing all kind of stuff. Like, wait a minute, hold on. He brought up on how many charges? What is the case about again? So now, Joe Biden, it all backfired on him. I thought y'all was going to make me president again. Yeah, but you're too far gone. You're too far gone. So we're going to need you to step down. No, I think I can win on my own. Joe, don't make us. So now let's see what happened after that.
Vice President Harris says this: I am honored to have the president's endorsement, and my intention is to earn and win this nomination.
Tonight, the high-stakes showdown here in Philadelphia between Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump. Their first face-to-face meeting in this presidential election, their first face-to-face meeting ever. When it comes to the economy, do you believe Americans are better off than they were 4 years ago?
Yes.
So I was raised as a middle-class kid.
So this woman has given us some iconic moments too. She will forever be known as the so I was raised as a middle-class kid. That answer was on repeat. And I'm thinking, as I was watching her do that, I'm like, if we lose to this raggedy chick right here. I mean, Joe Biden was horrific, but he's also blew out men to tea. This woman has no excuse. And it was so obvious that she was raggedy. And every time I was raised as the middle-class kid. So let's continue remembering how we got here, y'all.
Thing that she believed 3 years ago and 4 years ago is out the window. She's going to my philosophy now. In fact, I was going to send her a MAGA hat. This is a radical left liberal that would do this. She wants to confiscate your guns, and she will never allow fracking in Pennsylvania. If she won the election, fracking in Pennsylvania will end on day one.
Here in Georgia, it appears full.
Oh, and then we get this classic right here. Oh, yeah, look at her coming up in there looking like a fat pink panther. Yeah, couldn't keep her hand out the cookie jar.
County DA Fonnie Willis will have to answer a Georgia Senate committee's subpoena.
He handed me his business card. We exchanged information. He said, if you ever need any help, give me a call. So after that, you started dating shortly thereafter. That's a lie. That's one of your lies.
I had a summer job at McDonald's.
Oh, and did that nugget. Yeah, that's before she found out that actually things can be looked into and investigated. Yeah, she was out there with confidence using that narrative. What happened? Soon as they went and found out that she never had that summer job, notice that left the script. Notice that statement. It was built into her. Remember, they used to show all of her speeches side by side, and it would all fall in place. Same thing. And that was built in. I had a summer job, yes, at McDonald's. And as soon as that report came out saying, she ain't never worked at McDonald's, y'all. Prove it. That suspiciously got taken out of the teleprompter.
I'm going for a job right now at McDonald's.
And what did Trump do?
I want to work French fry counter. Okay, how much you paying me?
Classic.
We're allowed to give any to the fake news.
Never be another one. And we were there, y'all. We lived through this. I woke up, looked at my timeline. What is everybody talking about? Trump and McDonald. And when I saw that clip, I busted out laughing. I couldn't almost bust the kidney laughing at this.
McDonald's just confirmed that again, by the way. You never worked at McDonald's. In other words,
she said McDonald's just confirmed that again, by the way. She never worked at McDonald's. Whole time he's in there, he's using this whole opportunity to basically say that this chick's fake. He exposed her by making her shut up about it. That's how you know that she was lying. She was fake. If you would have worked at McDonald's, you would have came out immediately and proved that Trump was lying about this. He was wrong. She would have launched a full-blown campaign talking about something. You know what? See, that's the thing with Donald Trump. I guess he don't want to believe a black woman. So here's the pictures. Here's my friends. They said I was at McDonald's. They would have used that to go after him, especially seeing how wonderful this whole McDonald's bit played out. They would have loved to have thrown mud all over that by having her come out and say, nah, boo, I really did work at McDonald's. But did she do it? No. So he basically trolled her into truth. That's what it is. Trolled her into truth. She went silent on that McDonald's script.
Lying Kamala.
Lying Kamala.
I got rid of the oil. Yep.
Never be another Trump. Never be another Trump.
Keep it tight. You got the salt on it.
Very good.
Nice and full. Oh, that's a good-looking group. Hello. How are you? What a beautiful woman. Look at a beautiful child.
I knew it was over. I knew it was over. This was right around the time that I started to go, I think we got this pretty convincingly. The momentum was shifting. All of these different moments throughout that whole campaign, the confidence built more and more. After he survived that gunshot, I knew, I was like, I think we got this. You don't mess around and survive something like that just to lose against Chameleon. We came too far. Like Hillary Clinton say, I come too far to turn back now. But we really mean it.
Thank you, Mr. President. How many people like us?
Oh my God. Mr. President, please don't let the United States become Brazil, my native.
Please don't let the United States become what? Brazil. Look at the Latinos coming through, y'all. See, I knew that. When I started seeing all of these different groups of people come out and endorse Trump, I'm going, there's no way. When I saw that rally in New Jersey, I'm going, there's no way. You got to pick it, man. They're going to have to do some serious cheating to win. It's going to be hard to top the McDonald's bit right there. And what did Trump do? He topped it.
We'll keep it good. Now I have worked at McDonald's. I've now worked for 15 minutes more than Kamala.
He never skipped the opportunity to jab her in her ribs. Whole time he's doing this. Going right back to Kamala. Now I've worked 15 minutes at McDonald's more than Kamala. I mean, in the back of his head, he's like, how can I create a situation where I can go ahead and go after Kamala? He don't care what the topic was. They could have asked him anything, you know, and he would have found a way to build it in about Kamala Harris lying about everything.
Donald Trump has no character. The garbage I see floating out there is his supporters.
And what happened? I didn't think he could top the McDonald's. But guys, we were here. We lived to see this right here.
How do you like my garbage truck?
That one killed me, y'all. When I saw the little thumbnail with Trump sitting in that truck, I said, what's this? What's this? What did I miss? I clicked on that, and he said, how do you like my garbage truck? It's for Kamala and Jill, man. Almost bust the kidney again. I'm like, Trump, you're going to make both of my kidneys explode. All right, now the McDonald's thing already destroyed one of my kidneys, and then here you come talking about something. How do you like my garbage truck?
This truck is in honor of Kamala and Joe Biden. And Joe Biden should be ashamed of himself if he knows what he's even doing. And I have to begin by saying...
And then rubbed it in their nose a little more. Yeah, showed up with the windbreaker just to let you know. I'm going to make the media cover this the whole time. Yeah, they thought they was cool after the garbage truck scene. Is like, all right, that was good. That was a good one. But now he's going to go and put on his jacket, and we don't have to worry about that. Also, what? Now we got to cover him still standing in the garbage truck. Everybody's going to be wanting to know, why is he in that? Oh, yeah, that was to show how Joe Biden and Kamala thinks of the American people. Only trash I see flown out there, only garbage I see is his voters. Joe gave us some wonderful gifts during that time.
250 million Americans are not garbage. But this November, the American people are going to tell her, no thanks, Kamala. You've done a terrible job. You've been terrible at everything you've done. You're ultra-liberal, that we don't want you here. We don't want you anywhere. Kamala, you're fired. Get out of here.
Yeah, man. Now, see, Trump was a little more civil when he won. He could have came straight out and hit her with the, you're fired, but you know, I'm sure it's going to come. I'm sure it's going to come. Yeah, because she is fired. All of us fired her butt.
This is still anybody's race. The latest CBS News poll shows razor-thin margins.
And then they tried to keep the story suspenseful, the fake news. Yeah, they didn't want people to start checking out of the movie, you know what I'm saying, halfway through, because they're going, I can see where this movie's going. Let's go ahead and just leave early and beat the traffic. They're like, no, there's still something, because there's another scene coming up. You don't want to miss this next scene. It's going to be pretty explosive. You like adventure? You like action, right? Man, you've seen nothing until you see that. So this was the moment where the media was trying to keep people going, I'm going to stick around and wait, it's close? Oh, shoot, what's going to happen? So here they go. Their interpretation still close.
In Michigan, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, same situation in Arizona, Georgia, Nevada, and North Carolina.
Those battleground states are razor thin. Look, these are a poll of polls in the battleground states. No clear leader in any of them, in any of these battleground states. So this is razor thin.
From NBC News today, the top line of that one is that it's a tie, 49 for Harris, 49 for Trump.
A tie? Man, we don't accept no dang on ties. Either you're a winner or you're a loser. Okay? Because if you're not first, you're last. So there they go, trying to gaslight us, talking about it's a tie. Only to find out the whole time her internal polling was like, okay, we're done. We're done, guys. Pretty much got to pack it up. Tell you what, let's just blow through the rest of all this money, divvy it out to all of our friends, maybe pocket a little bit of here and there and all of that stuff, and keep lying until it's over. That's it. Or go back out to the... Oh, yeah, we're very confident that we're doing great. The polls are showing that...
Before the election has a 3-point lead for Kamala Harris nationally, 49 to 46.
Democracy 24, election night starts now.
Now, you know what's funny? All the elections, for some reason, I get sleepy. It could be just a little bit of suspense or some nerves or something like that. When he won the 16 election, I stayed up and I waited. And I start seeing some stuff come in. I'm like, man, for some reason I'm getting sleepy. I'm like, maybe I just don't want to get disappointed. That's when he was running against Crooked. We didn't know how that was going to turn out. And I fell asleep. I got a phone call that morning. We won! I was like, what? Boy, that was wonderful to wake up to. Then the next time against Creepy, same thing. But this time I got sleepy when I thought we were winning. When I looked at those numbers, and I'm going, why haven't they called it yet? What do you mean what a water? Well, we're up. Only to wake up the next morning like, what? We lost? When I went to bed, Trump was up in these 2 states, and all of a sudden, how did Creepy come back? And then this time, same thing. But I stayed up long enough to where I think they announced Pennsylvania. As soon as I heard that, I was like, went straight to Big Bird. Woke up feeling good. Woke up that morning like, zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. My, oh my, what a wonderful day. Yeah, seeking out all my liberal friends. Hey, how you doing? What you doing? Oh, man, I'm good, man. I'm in a rush. I'm not, you can't talk to me? Where you going? Let me walk with you. Let me walk. No, I want to be alone right now. Don't really go ahead and say anything. You just let your presence. You let your presence speak for you. They know why you showed up. They know why you called them. You ain't even got to say it. Hello? Yeah, I know why you're calling. What? You're calling to rub it in. Man, I don't know what you're talking about. I was calling to see what you were doing. Make them have to bring it up. Yeah, it was great. Yeah, I want to get, I still haven't yet made somebody like cry in person, the liberal tears. I wanted to really see somebody break down, and comfort them a little bit while laughing behind their back. They're there. It's just a loss. Look at that. Election night, baby.
Fox News can project that former President Trump will win the state of Indiana.
Okay, don't worry, guys. It's just Indiana. We expected this. Nobody get concerned, okay? We're good.
Trump will also carry nearby Kentucky for...
Okay, so that's Kentucky. That's where all the white nationalists and stuff are. Don't worry, guys. It's just a whole bunch of systemically racist white nationalist people. I think Bob Bob's from there. Let's continue.
For a third time, West Virginia, not a very big surprise.
What, West Virginia? That's just a small little, hick town and stuff, a coal mine city. They don't matter. They're not smart people, okay?
There, Donald Trump wins there, and Mississippi also.
Well, the Mississippi, we expect that. Everybody calm down. Calm down. Mississippi is the racist. And you saw the movie, Mississippi Burning. That's where all the racism lives. We're good. We're waiting for the big ones, guys.
Alabama, Oklahoma.
Donald Trump also winning tonight, Tennessee, 11 electoral votes there. He won it in 2020, wins it again.
The state of Florida, the state of South Carolina.
Oh. All right, guys, calm down. I think we're good. The confidence level was getting shaken up after every time they made those announcements. Here's another one. Ding. Here's another one. Okay, we're give me a second. Come here. We're in trouble. I mean, what do we do? Should we just sneak out? No? We just keep lying and telling everybody to calm down? We're good? Okay. All right, don't worry, guys. All of those states right now that's been called, we expected this. We planned for it. They're all white nationalist states until...
Arkansas, Nebraska's 1st and 3rd district, statewide vote, North Dakota, South Dakota, Louisiana.
See, those are all still, states where all of the backwards, non-educated, the white people live there. So don't worry. Yeah, we're waiting for those other states where, you know, all of us smart, intellectual liberals live.
Wyoming, state of Ohio, Texas, Missouri, state of Utah, Montana, Kansas, Iowa, Idaho's.
They just keep coming. This y'all. Boy, just keep coming, man.
4 electoral votes.
Looks like we have a projected winner. This just came in right now.
Oh, that was a
North
blow.
Carolina.
North Carolina, one of the swing states. That one took some wind out of them. We know that one hurt. You're in a boxing ring, and you catch one to the kidney. You know it. Everybody heard you exhale. Shoot, that ain't nothing. Yeah, we know that one took a little wind out of you. Let's continue, though.
Donald Trump is the projected winner. You see the margin there.
NBC News projects that Donald Trump will win in Georgia when all the votes are counted.
Oh, Georgia, sweet Georgia. That one right there. Another one to the solar plexus. Now you went from standing up between rounds, looking like you ready. Nah, get that water out of here, man. I'm ready. Now you over there sitting down, sucking air. Because that one hurt. Right to the solar plexus. Let's see what else.
So you asked, are there any places that the vice president is overperforming Joe Biden in 2020? So we can show you that as well. Just bring that up.
Show fake crap.
Harris overperforming in 2020.
Holy smokes.
There you go.
Holy
So
smokes.
let this go away and see if there's anything.
Great Scott, Batman. Are you serious? You're telling me there's no place that Chameleon Harris is overperforming?
On the east side there.
Literally nothing?
Literally nothing? You did this, fake. You contributed to this. On my show last night, I showed Fake Crapper who deserves to give Lord Trump an apology for covering for Creepy Sleepy, talking about he had a stuttering problem. That's why he was all messed up. Only to conclude that, yeah, he was in mental decline. But now he's shocked. Holy smokes. You gotta be kidding me. Anywhere? Nowhere?
Literally not one.
Literally not one?
Or more. By 3 in the county right now. So you can come in the full county there.
The body language. He just took one right now. He just took one to the lower abdomen. So you see, holy smokes. Literally nowhere?
CNN projects that Donald Trump will win the great Commonwealth.
The knockout blow.
This is a huge, huge achievement for.
You hear the music? Yeah, man, the plot thickens. And we were there. That's when I went to sleep after I saw them laying in the middle of the ring with the X's over the eyes. Rapid eye movement. Completely knocked out. I said, I ain't going to sleep until the final blow is delivered. And it came all the way from down south up through the Midwest, right through PA, and caught her right up under the chin. And the Canaries came into that ring. And Fake Crapper is over there like, holy smokes, I've never seen anybody get knocked out like that. That's when I was like, this fight is over.
Donald Trump and a huge bucket of electoral votes, 19 of them, for his path back to the presidency. As of right now, with the...
You mean to tell me, y'all? You mean to tell me the white nationalist, 4-time indicted, twice impeached, the criminal, the convicted felon, insurrectionist, Hitler, Stalin, Mussolini, white supremacist, won? Are you kidding me? You mean tell me we wasted our time coming up with all these lies and narratives and charges and prostituting ourselves every night, coming up with a new lie on Trump, new narrative, only to get our butts beat that bad? That's probably why he would say, holy smokes, meaning nothing we said or did worked. Yeah, you know how much prostitution I had to do? And for nothing. Yeah. So this guy right here is shocked. Holy smokes.
Those 19 electoral votes added from Pennsylvania. Donald Trump is within spitting distance of 270 electoral votes. He has 265 electoral votes.
Yeah, man.
Kamala
Kamala backed Biden on everything. She was the deciding vote for his disastrous economic agenda. They raised taxes on the middle class, and prices soared. Kamala was in charge of his open border policies, giving welfare to illegals while Americans struggle.
Yeah. Now, see, like I said, if they would have been worried about all of that, they wouldn't have got their butts beat like that. That's what I meant. See, as we're showing all of this, what are they showing? Trump's an insurrectionist. Trump's a danger to democracy. Yeah, they weren't saying Trump's policy sucked. That's all we had to do is just show all of that right there. Whole time people going, no, wait, what is this about J6? I'm not thinking about it. Man, dude, you see all these people come through the border? Well, hold on, what? A threat to the what? Who to what? Look, man, these gas prices is crazy. That's a threat. You see the crime? So these are the clips that all we had to do is show. And I say to myself that the Democrats didn't do any foreshadowing. They didn't stop to think about all of this footage and evidence of the bad policies, that all Trump was doing was taking clips of things they said and did and put them in ads, showing all the people come through. They didn't think maybe we should go ahead and turn that faucet off maybe 2 years in. They ran it out all the way up to the last minute because they don't have a governor. Their kids, they eat too much candy. I'm thinking to myself, didn't stop with the illegal immigrants maybe a year and a half. That couldn't settle on just a couple million. Had to try to push it to the top, only to come out and try to lie to us and then wonder why you got beat. I'm going to be tough on the border now. Now I'm going to do the right thing. They didn't see it. I'm going, y'all don't see how trashy your policies is. That's why these commercials were killing y'all.
And their weakness invited wars. Now Kamala wants to double down on failure. It's time to turn the page on Joe and Kamala's failed agenda.
And we did.
President Trump fights for you. His strength kept us safe. Trump cut taxes for families.
Darn right.
Prices were lower and the border secure. Now, President Trump can do it again.
And we are going to launch a new golden age of American success for the citizens of every race, religion, color, and creed.
Man, now I can hold my head high again about our country. I don't have to remain in the, voter protection witness program. I could take off my disguise now. And I had to walk around with a disguise on. Wait, aren't you from America? No. I don't know. Hello, tally ho, mate. No, I'm not from America. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm from England. Yeah. Okay. Scared to go overseas? Dude, what are y'all doing over there? You know what I mean? You know your president can't think? I don't know what you're talking about, man. Ain't my president. I'm from Scotland. I'm from Scotland. You don't look very Scottish. You know what? You don't know what you're talking about, mate. That's not even a Scottish accent. That's an Australian accent. Oh, I mixed it up. I'm sorry. Okay, man. Come selecta. Don't be coming at me like that, boy. Yeah. Why you do a thing like that? I'll be switching it up every couple seconds. Be from another country. Yeah, trying to lay low. And now I can go over there and be like, that's right. America's back. Did y'all see all the stuff we went through? You didn't think we were coming out, did you? Yeah, but we came out. So let's continue.
Remember, Kamala broke it. President Trump will fix it.
Just a couple more memories before we go.
Her campaign co-chair spoke to supporters saying go home for the night.
Go home for the night.
CBS News now projects that Donald Trump is the winner in Wisconsin.
We broke her. Go home for the night. Somebody said he's a Scottish Jamaican. That's right, man. So I knew they were in trouble when they went ahead and start flicking the lights at the party. Flick it. They knew the party was over. They knew the party. DJ is like, yo, let me go ahead and put on something stupid like the Macarena. That's the song that everybody get out of here. Forget all the nice hot cuts coming in. It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you. Next, oh, Macarena. They're like, oh, the DJ's trying to force us out. Lights flickering. People like, well, are we at least gonna get to see Kamala? Nope, she's in the back drinking. Is drinking her sorrows away. I can't believe I lost, baby. Yeah. So same thing with Crooked. Crooked did the same thing. Everybody go home. Send somebody out there to tell everybody it's over. So basically, they were beaten to submission. That right there lets you know it's over when you shut the party down early.
That gives him the number of electoral votes he needs to become the 47th president of the United States.
And I know it hurt for them to say it.
Kornacki, I just have to
jump. Steve Kornacki, I just have to jump in. And you've been predicting this. We've been waiting for it. And we do have some breaking news from the decision desk. NBC News can now project that Donald Trump has won the state of Wisconsin, which means he...
Yeah, I wish I could have hit him with that scene from Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. Master Blaster, baby, where he forced Tina Turner to let everybody know who was in charge. Who runs Bartertown? You know who runs Bartertown. Say it. Master Blaster runs Bartertown. Who? Master Blaster runs Bartertown. That's what we should have did. Who just won? Trump won. Who? Donald Trump won. Louder.
He is the winner of this race and will return to the White House as this country's 47th president.
Good morning. It's now 5:35.
Good morning.
We are
Good morning. Yeah, I feel real perky. Good morning. The time is fucking. I'm sitting up waiting to hear what they got to say about it. Good morning. Good morning. Kev, you're very chipper today. Absolutely. Because we're winners. That's why I'm chipper. Let's hear this other propaganda have to make the confession. Who's running Bartertown now? This was the same guy who tried to go ahead and rig the debate. Now he got to tell everybody who's running Bartertown.
allowing all of our stations across the country to join us now with the breaking news. We are projecting at this hour the 47th President of the United States, Donald Trump.
Who? Who's the president?
Be elected to return to the White House, not consecutive terms.
Oh, boy. It is now official. CNN projects that Donald Trump.
Who? See, I like when they all the fake news got to say it. That's official. Donald Trump. Yes, I love it. Keep saying it.
Has been elected president, defeating Vice President Kamala Harris and making a political comeback unlike any in modern.
Unlike any who been through more stuff, unlike any president that I can remember. He done been through hell and back. And we had to take the trip with him because of supporting him. By default and proximity, we also became targets. So, yes, we all been through this stuff. So, thank God, though, we done came out on the other side. Now, we can sit back and laugh about this stuff. It wasn't funny. When we was going through it, but now it's funny.
American politics. Now,
the Fox News decision desk can now officially project that Donald Trump will become the 47th president of the United States.
There you go. So now, a little walk down memory lane, seeing how we got here, remembering all of the stuff we went through. You know, when you go through something and you conquer it and defeat it, then you can go back and actually enjoy the journey and moments that you went through and even laugh about some of the tough times. And that's one of the things I try to do on my channel is even though we were going through all of that crap that we saw them put us through, we were able to laugh about some things, but also recognize the seriousness of the situation. Unlike liberals, you don't catch them laughing. Ain't nothing funny, ain't nothing serious. They're always in, whining mode. They're always in everything's going to crumble. They're always in victimized mode. They're always, they just can't sit back and find the joy in the journey. And even though the journey was tough, there was a lot of joy that took place. And if nothing more, we got us a crap load of memories. But to see a situation like that and we overcome it feels good. You're like, man, I didn't think we was going to make it through. But we did. We did. Yeah. And reminded of Uncle Ron, you be all right. Yeah. Well, there was a couple moments when they stole that last one. I was like, man, guys, we might be doomed. And I heard Ron's voice. You'd be all right. And guess what? We ended up all right. So thank God. But like I said, the journey continues. Trump is already making America great and already showing us that he's going to be fighting for us, the citizens. And thank God for that. And with that, knowing that, it makes you as a citizen say, that's why I supported this man to the end. That's why I would go to war with him. And that's why I trust him, because I know his intentions are good. You can't have bad intentions for the country and go through all that hell that he went through for the country, especially if you could avoid it. I mean, think about this. If God said, okay, I can let you go ahead and live out a healthy, long, prosperous life with no problems, no heartaches, no heartbreaks, nothing, no sorrows, or I could take you through the valley. Hey, Mo, I could take you through the valley because there's other people that is suffering. And if you go through and suffer all of this stuff, you can help them overcome it. Are you willing to do that? Or are you just going to take the nice cushion life? So if somebody decides, I'm going through all of that, you think they're going through that just for themselves when they could avoid it? When you can say, oh no, I'm taking a cushy. Like, let them deal with whatever they got to deal with. I ain't trying to go through nothing. And yet they will sit back and try to tell you that Donald Trump is doing all of this for selfish reasons and power. And I'm saying, that's why I trust him, because he has no real motive except for, I love my country and I love the people of my country. No other motive. Tell me, why would Trump want to go through this? It can't get more money. I mean, all negatives except for, we could save the country and we could help Americans regain their country and be blessed. That's it. So that's why I trust him. I can lay down at night and so say to myself, the commander-in-chief got our best interests. He's not going to be doing something reckless. He ain't going to be doing something evil to enrich himself or enrich the party. He's thinking about the country, period. And that's why I love my president. Trump will go down as the greatest president of all times. Just like Joe will go down as the worst president of all times. Now, God bless y'all. God bless America. Thanks for staying up with me and kicking it. I messed around and got me a day off tomorrow, y'all. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get some stuff done tonight. Might even argue with YouTube a little bit. Who knows? But other than that, I'm about to get out of here. I hope you guys will be back tomorrow to kick it with me. Don't forget to hit the like button, share my videos, follow me on all the other social media platforms. And if you want to donate to the channel, you can through my Cash App or my PayPal. And also, you can check out Kevin's Corner Store. Okay. Other than that, let's get out of here. Somebody said justice for Gizmo. Yeah, he's sitting down here right now looking up at me along with Nala. Okay, fine. He's like, why you going to... Oops, sorry, Gizmo. I don't mess around and hurt him. Relax. I know you're tense. See, don't forget about the Help Gizmo's Back Foundation. Okay. All right. God bless. See y'all next time. Oh, the yawn. Did he yawn? I think I missed it if you did. Gizmo probably like, don't miss it. You know I got a bad back. I know you see the way we tear up the place. Yeah. Take care.
We begin tonight with breaking news from Colorado.